They are now in the process of being released, hopefully, by the police. Now, this afternoon, we got confirmation that as of 4 a.m., there were some equipments that were introduced into the KOJC compound. We tried to request the police for it to be, for them to be transparent as to what were these equipments, because they were placed in boxes, but we were denied. I think some of you were able to take footages of the same. And right now, the drilling operations in the JMC basement is ongoing. We tried to penetrate. We tried to request for representatives, but we were denied. And the KOJC Cathedral is being made now as their command center. And no member can go inside the KOJC Cathedral. We feel that this is a continuing violation of the temporary protection order, because these are forms of restrictions and control which were sought to be prevented, to be ceased and desist, to be ceased and desisted as ordered by the RTC 15, because these are acts or omissions that affected the lives, liberties, and properties of KOJC members. Now, note that the dispositive portion of the order consisted of two parts. The cease and desist order, aiming to cease and desist all acts or omissions affecting the lives or threatening the lives, liberties, properties of KOJC members. And the second portion of the dispositive portion specifically ordered the removal of the blockades and barriers that the PNP have installed in the property, inside the property, which hindered the exercise of the members' religious, academic, and proprietary rights. And thereafter, when we filed a supplementary motion, the Regional Trial Court, Branch 15, issued supplementary order clarifying, among others, that it has insisted on its previous order and that the service of warrant should be regular, it should be reasonable. And accordingly, according to the presiding judge, a temporary protection order can stand together with the warrant of arrest, but that any and all implementation of the warrant of arrest, which are not in accordance with the rules or which are not actually done usually in the service of a warrant of arrest, should require judicial imprimatur. And that confirms my statement before that the continued random and random search insofar as the entire property of KOJC as well as JMC, entities which are separate and distinct from the accused are illegal. No? These are all illegal to our mind, and that we continue to hark upon the PNP to follow the temporary protection order, because even the attempt and now the ongoing exercise of drilling the JMC basement is a grievous violation of the proprietary rights of JMC, JMC being a separate entity than the accused. And we feel that this is not in accordance with a warrant of arrest. A warrant of arrest is directed as against a particular person, not the pursuit of heartbeats. Especially here, in this case, that the policemen are now also visiting Glory Mountain as well as Prayer Mountain. There are movements of the police which are ongoing now there, and I don't think they would reason out by going there that they are also looking for heartbeats there. So we feel that this is really an excessive exercise of police power, and something should be done here, and something has been done. A court order has already been issued, yet the PNP has continued to stay here in KOJC compound, and which we feel is really violative of the rights of our client. Now, we would like to answer the news, the Daily Tribune news, no, that the basement of the JMC is a sex lair. I request Daily Tribune, no, again, we politely request our friends in the media. I was a media man also in the past, a lowly media man, no, of Sunstar and DXUM, I would like to request that before you air out your news, you also get our side. The footages that you showed are the present quarters of Kingdom lawyers such as Attorney Kay Lorente and some SMNI personnel and some lady personnel who are Kingdom miracle workers of the Kingdom of Jesus Christ. It is not a sex lair. If you have evidence to prove that it is in fact a sex lair showing people having sex there, please show it to me because I would want also to be corrected on the matter. As we know, it is a living quarter of the staff of KOJC. It is against journalism rules, code of ethics, to report matters in which the party concerned, the opinion of the party concerned, or the version of the party concerned has not been also secured. So I do hope and pray that the media would also cover both sides of the story before you air out a story because this is very damaging to the reputation of KOJC. If you only report the version of the police without likewise getting our side, then that is not a report. That is a propaganda. So you are only catering to the propaganda of the police. You are not acting like a responsible media. So please get our side. Insofar as human trafficking is concerned, we heard the PNP air out their version that they could not do anything about it. They could not prevent the member to go back to KOJC again. Had the media personnel who reported this human trafficking angle, no, had they secured our side, you could have reported it fairly that it was not and never was a human trafficking case because the alleged victim in the case in the person of a 52-year-old Jenaline R. Bingil is a long-time member of KOJC for more than 10 years. And she has been here for more than 10 years and she is a 52-year-old woman who has devoted her life in the service of KOJC. So I request the media to secure our side before you air out the side of the PNP. Ordinary ethics, Article 19 of the Civil Code provides that. The journalism ethics likewise requires that. It's your duty also to get our side. Again, in behalf of KOJC, please get our side before you air out certain news items, which especially if you get it from the police. Because you heard yesterday that the supposed victim is not a victim of human trafficking. Yet, you have reported it already. You have already done the damage as against the KOJC. I hope this will not happen to you, that you will be accused of rape and only the rape angle is reported without also securing the side of the other party. Let us be fair. Our country is very divided already. Let us not further divide it by reporting only one side of the story. Please secure our side in the spirit of fairness and justice. Insofar as the bomb in the cathedral, I will let Attorney Dinah Tolentino share also our side on the matter.
One of our lawyers received a telephone call saying that there was a bomb in the cathedral and that we should negotiate with the police regarding the same. And so our stand here is, if there is a bomb, that bomb was not made by us or put there, that could have been planted, because from the very first day of the implementation of the warrant of arrest, that is where we placed all the wounded people. That is also where we placed all the members of the kingdom who came into the compound to help to support the people here inside the compound. Doon sila natutulog, including those who were hurt. Now, how can we place a bomb there if we placed also our injured people there, including those who were victims of tear gas inhalation, as helped out by the Central 911 when they entered and helped out on that very first day. Now, wala hong bomba doon. Kung may bomba man, why would we place it there in the very inner sanctum of their cathedral? Do you know that when they pray every 3 hours? The members of the kingdom, they pray every 3 hours. They pray at 3, they pray at 6, they pray at 9, they pray at 12, and so on, every 3 hours, in addition to their devotional prayers. And when they pray, they all face the cathedral. Why would they place a bomb in their innermost sanctum, their most revered place? So if ever this is alleged that there is a bomb there, that is not the making of the kingdom, that is the making of somebody else. As to who that somebody else is, I think your guess is as good as mine. So we deny that there is any bomb there at all.
And there was a threat. I think we already explained yesterday that there was a threat given to Attorney Kay Lorente, an alleged police officer, and she called Attorney Kay Lorente that we should negotiate, otherwise the cathedral would be bombed. And I think you already heard the video, and we provided you a copy of the video. No, I hope you will also air out the same, and please get also the opinion or side of the PNP before you report it. The number of the alleged SAF commander is 0916-610-5451. That is the number who called Attorney Kay Lorente, 0916-610-5451. And we really would like to request politely the police that if there are negotiations, no, they should negotiate in good faith and without threats, because SAIWAR, if you have to employ that so that Pastor Apollo Sikibuloy would be forced to surrender, no, should only be used probably reasonably, without threat to lives, liberties, or properties also. No? We understand that maybe you have to do that, but this time, I think this is below the belt, because you are already threatening lives, liberties, and properties.
Not just that, you have to remember that the right to religious freedom is a constitutionally guaranteed right. Now, if you intend to bomb the very place where the religious freedom is exercised, that is already extremely violative of the Constitution. So we sincerely hope that this was just a prank call, but again, you already have the number. Maybe you can verify whether or not that is true. And we also ask the police to air their side.
And then we would like to respond also to the oft-repeated demand of some members, no, in our society. Bakit hindi na lang mag-surrender si Pastor? Ginawa niyang mga pawns yung kanyang mga miyembro po. Yung demand to surrender is not also, as we have already explained, no? And we have even posted it on Facebook, we have already explained that to you, that the accused also has the right to insist on his innocence, no? By filing through pleadings. Tuliao versus Miranda affirms that that's a Supreme Court decision. No? There are other host of other decisions which allows the accused to file a petition for certiorari before the Court of Appeals and the Supreme Court to prove his innocence. Karapatan po yan ng akusado po. So, tsaka yung pag-demand to surrender is not a license to trample also upon the rights of other individuals. Nag-demand ka ng surrender, tapos pasukin mo yung bahay ng ibang tao, sirain mo yung kanilang gate, iharas mo yung kanilang mga miyembro, dakpin mo kung ayaw sumunod sa iyo, or sirain mo ang kanilang cathedral, i-drill mo yung what you call this, yung kanilang establishmento, mananatili ka, gawain mo ng bahay, yung establishmento po ng ibang tao, 6 na araw ka na dito, ginawa mo ng CR, ang kanilang CR, yung kwarto nila, ginawa mo ng kwarto, mali naman yun. No? Hindi po ang demand to surrender, lisensya, para sirain mo ang life, liberty, and property po ng ibang tao. Yun po ang aming kahilingan dito. Huwag po natin ilihis ang isyu. Yung warrant of arrest, sabi na nga ng korte, no? Hindi namin, kini-question niya namin, nandyan na ngayon yan sa Court of Appeals. And while pending, we admit that there is a warrant of arrest. But that warrant of arrest is not a license to trample upon as against the rights of other people. Their lives, liberties, and properties. Mga estudyante ko po, hindi na nakapag-aral. Yung mga members po, hindi na nakakapasok ng kanilang cathedral. No? Yung mga miyembro nila, hindi na move freely inside the cathedral. Eh, hindi lang isang araw, pang-6 na araw na po. Sobra na po ito. Ito po ang aming punto. No? So, sana naman maintindihan po ninyo that may threat pa sa buhay ni Pastor. May extraordinary rendition na dadalahin siya sa Amerika without him proving his innocence here in the country. Kaya nga, nag-request si Pastor before na magpirma lang sana ng written declaration si Presidente Marcos na hindi siya ipadala sa Amerika at pati ang DOJ Secretary, PNP head na hindi siya ipadala sa Amerika at saka hindi makikialam po ang Amerika dito at susurrender siya. Hindi po ginawa yun. Unreasonable ba na request yun? Hindi po, kasi citizen po siya ng Republika ng Pilipinas at may karapatan siya pursuant to the social contract theory. I-surrender namin ang mga karapatan doon sa gobyerno, ang gobyerno magproprotekta sa amin. Karapatan ba ng isang citizen ng isang bansa na mag-request sa kanyang presidente, sir, harapin ko yung kaso, sir, pero wag mo ako ipadala sa Amerika, sir. Pwede ba maglagay ka ng ano? Kasi grabe na politika sa atin. Isulat mo lang na hindi po ako ipadala sa Amerika. I-prove ko yung innocence dito. Kasi doon, wala talaga akong kaya doon. Oh. So, i-prove ko ang innocence dito. Kung mag-extradition ka, sige, harapin namin. Okay sa amin. Pero isulat mo lang na hindi mo ako ipadala sa Amerika kasi grabe na ang politika ng ating bansa. Grabe na ang division po. Baka ipuslit lang ako dun sa Amerika, Pilipino din ako, kailangan din ako ng protection mo. Hindi ba yan, mahirap ba yan intindihin? So sana naiintindihan nyo, yun po, he is now in the center of, what we say, probably a political play. So he wants confirmation from no less than the President of the Republic of the Philippines. Please, protect my rights as a citizen of the Republic of the Philippines. Assert our territorial sovereignty. Do not extraordinarily render me to the United States of America. Yan po ang request niya, pero hindi binigay. Eh ngayon, anong ginawa? Sinis ang SMNI, lahat ng properties, may freeze order, lahat ng properties ng KOJC, pati mga corporations, Children's Joy Foundation para sa mga bata, naka-freeze lahat ng mga assets. Na-extend pa. Kailan nga ba yun na-extend?
Up to February 2025. I think February 3, 2025.
Imagine
But
that.
But we do not have a copy of the freeze order. I would also like to point out.
When did you learn the extension?
Just today.
Just today?
Yes.
So that's supposedly 20 days? A
No.
freeze order?
There was already a freeze order of 20 days last
Yeah.
August 5.
Yeah.
And before the lapse, I think the Court of Appeals ordered the extension of the freeze order up to February 2025. However, we do not have a copy of that, no official copy of that. So we are waiting for the lawyers of the kingdom to inform us
Before
legally
you can
of that.
officially file the necessary
We are not the lawyers for the freeze order. We have our lawyers in Manila ho.
separate lawyers.
Yes po. Now, I would just like to point out, in addition to what Attorney Torion is saying, the rights of the citizens here, the kingdom citizens, have been trampled upon even more by the fact that the police have already desecrated their church. Di na ho sila natutulog. 2 araw na ho sila natutulog doon sa loob ng simbahan. Kung simbahan ho ninyo yan at matutulog ang dayuhan dyan, somebody who is not of your faith, desecrate it, and even try to look for something there, saying, looking for pastor when he is not there, then that is again not just a violation of the human rights of the people here, the constitutional rights of the people here. It is a desecration of the most sacred place. Alam mo ba ninyo, after the last assault on June 10, they had to reconsecrate everything. Every piece of ground had to be reconsecrated with their own blessed oil. Every piece po, all the walls, the grounds, yung dingding, yung gates nila, lahat of all the 4 places. So after this, ganyan na naman ho ang gagawin nila because this is their holy ground. Can you imagine if somebody would try to assault the Ateneo de Davao University, which houses the Jesuits and which has a chapel, and which also has a university? That is the same thing that is happening here but on a larger scale. Looking for someone who is no longer here. So please, I really hope that the police will use sobriety in the exercise of the implementation of the warrant of arrest, which is, again, already an overkill because it is already 6 days.
Okay. Ano ba talaga ang batayan sa batas natin? Kung meron kang hanapin na isang akusado at nandun siya sa building ng ibang tao, no? Rule 113 Section 11 again teaches us that, no? Ang una pong requirement na yung pulis na dadakip sa akusado, nakakita sa akusado na pumasok sa building na iyon. Or meron siyang reasonable belief na nandun siya, nakita siya at pumasok, at nakalipas ng mga siguro 30 minutes, nandun pa rin, maski nakakordon pa, ayaw lumabas. So kailangan mo pasukin after compliance of 2 other requirements. Ano yung 2 other requirements niya? Dapat i-announce niya yung authority niya. Pulis po ako, ito pong ID ko, okay? Nakita ko yung akusado pumasok dyan. Tapos, isabi niya, ikaw bang may-ari? Magpaalam ka sa may-ari. Okay? Ginawa ba yun ni General Torre? Hindi po. Hindi nga siya tumawag dun kay Presidente Duterte kasi siya yung administrator dito. Sinabihan ko naman siya na willing kami mag-cooperate. Sinira na yung kaagad yung nasa likod at tinirgas pa. Violation ito sa Rule 113 Section 11 po. Tapos, pangalawa, hindi pa po nasulat sa ating batas na yung warrant of arrest ay magiging lisensya mo para mag-stay ka sa property ng ibang tao pang-6 na araw na ngayon. Hindi po. Hindi rin po yun lisensya para mag-conduct ka ng omnibus search. Kasi, ano yung omnibus search? Parang random search. Maski saan na lang. Hindi po pwede. Kasi, maski sa search warrant, kailangan mo i-identify yung particular place lang. Okay? Bakit kailangan ganito? Kasi sa batas po kailangan reasonable yung search. Yung pag-search pa lang invades the privacy of other persons. You are already invading the property rights of other persons. So the police, in obeisance to its duty to enforce the law, is allowed latitude by the law to enter the property, but it must be reasonable entry. Dito, reasonably ba? Sabi ng presidente natin, wala daw armas, maski isa. Ngayon lang, after nung nag-declare niya, pero yung iba nga, may armas pa. Pero nung nakita ninyo, day 1 up to day 5, no? Armado, pati nga si General Torre, kitang-kita ninyo, na may bit-bit yan sa kanyang likod, tsaka meron yang dito. Oo. So, siguro po, Mr. President, hindi kayo nabigyan ng tamang report po. At saka ngayon lang po ako nakakita na yung justification nila na mananatili dahil sa heartbeat. Oo. Yung heartbeat nung una doon sa JMC compound. Oo, sa likod. Kaya nila. Tapos sunod sa cathedral na naman yung heartbeat. Tapos doon na naman sa kabilang office namin. Heartbeat. Oo. So, wala pa po yan sa ating saligang batas. Na yung heartbeat ang justification mo para magiging probable cause mo. Kaya nga, sabi ng korte doon sa TPO, kailangan ng judicial imprimatur yan. Pag-usapan natin yan sa korte. Halika, pausapan nga natin. Bakit, ganito siguro ang gagawin ng korte? PNP, bakit ba ayaw mo umalis dyan? You give me the reason. Tapos, tatanungin ko, Attorney Torion, anong objection mo dito? Sabi ko yung objection ko. Yan. Tapos, magsiset yan ng parameters yung korte kasi wala ito sa batas natin No? Violation ito sa ang mga ginagawa nila dito kasi invasion of property rights. Ngayon, may mga ekwipo silang dinadala dito, metal detector na. Akala ko ba tao ang hinahanap? Bakit may mga metal detectors na? Di ba sinabi ko sa inyo kahapon, may dream ako? Yung dream ko na may gold sila na makikita dito. Oo, may gold sila, nagkakatuor na. Kasi kanina mga 4 a.m. may mga equipments na dala dito ng mga metal detectors at ini-install nila doon sa cathedral. Anong hinahanap? Gold. Ako, nagtuturo akong natural resources. Siguro, sa tingin ko lang, no? Tingin ko lang, kasi kung may makitang gold dyan, aba, may stake na yung state. Kasi all natural resources are owned by the state. O baka hidden treasure na, ipalabas. So, meron na dapat share yung gobyerno. So, justification na naman nila na mananatili sila dito. Baka huwag naman ganun, no?
Or to seize. Or to seize the properties of the kingdom of Jesus Christ. If they can find gold, or nickel, or iron, or whatever they can find here, or hidden treasure. So, yun po, I don't know why they are looking for a metal detector. I have not heard that the pastor is a tin man. So, yun po ang pinagtataka po namin ngayon. In addition to that, kanina lang po, gusto nila kunin yung fire truck ng Kingdom. Dito nakatabi, dito, nakaparking dito sa Waxis. Kasi meron daw silang master key galing sa R7. So, kukunin sana nila. Kaya lang po, nagtataka kami, ano ang justification nila kung gusto nila yung kunin. Nung kinumpronta namin kanina, ayan tumalikod na silang lahat. Ayaw na makipag-usap sa akin. Pero panigurado lang po, sinecure na lang namin yung aming fire truck dito. Kasi wala silang basis They did not inform us if they have a order of the court seizing the fire truck, or if they have a search warrant to search even the fire truck. Wala naman po. Tumahimik lang sila at tumalikod. And they would not even give me the name of the person na gusto daw ipaseize yung fire truck. So again, this is already becoming ridiculous.
And, di ba, dinideny nila yung usage ng drones. Nagmirakulo si Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala kahapon, bigla na lang may nahulog na drone. Tapos, nahulog yung drone. Nakuha nung isang media personnel, no? Nakuha, siya yung nakakuha, nahulog lang bigla. Tapos, kukunin ng pulis. Sabi niya, hindi. I-inform natin si Attorney Torion. Pinuntahan ko yung drone. Kinuha ko. Tapos sabi niya, sir, pwede ba yan masauli sa amin? Bakit ikaw bang mayari? Sir, sa PNP po yan. Sigurado ka ikaw nagsabi na sa PNP yan ha? So, hindi sir, napag-utusan na po ako. So, kunin mo sa akin, sigurado ka, sasama ka? Hindi po sir. So, ako magdadala dito ha? Dinala ko. So, pinicturan ko, nandun na sa aking Facebook, tapos, anong gagawin ko doon? Article 719 of the Civil Code, no? Kung merong mga movable property, na lost property, kung ano yung owner, i-remit mo doon sa City Hall. So, pina-receive ko doon sa City Hall. So, yung PNP or sino mang may-ari nun, i-claim mo yon sa City Hall. Okay? Sigurado ako wala nang mag-claim. Kasi kung sino mag-claim nun, sigurado ko kakasuhan din namin. No? Kasi, gift na siguro yon sa City Hall. The City Hall would know what to do. Ipa-auction siguro yan. And sila na pong bahala doon. Sigurado ako, wala nang mag-claim noon. Pero that is proof enough na may mga drones po dito. No? Binigyan kami ng klarong ebidensya. No? And then, I have to correct pala, no, yung sabi ko kanina, Sun News Agency pala, yung nag-report na may sex lair doon sa loob. Saka Daily Tribune, underground secret rooms, no? Itong sex lair, yung Sun News Agency, perhaps this is American, so I have to UK-based, the people in the United Kingdom, if you are listening right now, I am Attorney Israelito Torion, and I am telling you the report made by Sun News Agency that there is a sex lair here is untrue. It is not true whatsoever, and that report was aired without getting our side. The rooms which were shown on TV are actually the rooms of the workers of the Kingdom of Jesus Christ. And I hope that you would understand that even if the Philippines is a third world country, KOJC can actually afford nice rooms for its members because one of the occupants there happens to be a lawyer, a lady lawyer, and some lady workers of the Kingdom of Jesus Christ. I would request Sun News Agency of the United Kingdom that before you air out news, sir, madam, you please get the side of the KOJC, because this can mislead the people, and airing out news without getting the side of the other party is not journalism. That is propaganda. So I hope that you will not engage in propaganda, you would engage in real journalism. As to Daily Tribune also, I hope again that your report, underground secret rooms, the rooms there, I don't know what underground you are referring to. We have difficulty now in penetrating the JMC basement where alleged drilling are being conducted. I would request the media, if you would like to accompany me, we will request later on the PNP to give us access, because we have not been given access to go into the JMC basement. And we will go together and we will try to request access with the PNP and search together with you, no? So that if there is no drilling, then we will be happy. And if there is, okay, then at least we can confirm it in the spirit of truth. Okay? So, after this, press conference, we will try to contact the head of the PNP, whoever is in charge here now. In the last press conference, I noticed that General Nicolas Torres is no longer the one conducting the press conference. Another general is already conducting the same. Then I call out to him to please give us access, sir, no? So that the media can likewise see and confirm whether or not there is drilling, because we could not really confirm. We can only hear drilling machines being operated, and we could not see for ourselves whether or not it is true. I hope and pray that this is not true. I will really be happy after the inspection that we will make.
Okay.
No?
In addition to that, you have to remember that the JMC is a school. And it is a school year. And the students of JMC have not been able to enter their classrooms for a week already. Malapit na po mag 1 week. And the classes have been suspended. We cannot, in good conscience, allow that students to come in when there is these things going on. Baka matraumatize po yung mga bata. So, unless and until the PNP stops their operation underground drilling nila, I do not know if they're drilling for gold again there, no? Again, we really do not know. I really hope that the PNP will already exercise its restraint and stop whatever they're doing in the basement so that the children can already go to class. Nakita naman ho siguro ninyo kahapon, kinordon na namin yung eskwelahan para if ever there are any activities, the children can no longer go out into the entire grounds but just within the gated area so that they are also safe in case there is anything going on. But as it is, because they have occupied everything, including JMC, hindi na ho makaskwela mga bata. Nakakaawa naman ho sila. So we are pleading with the police for sobriety and reasonableness and restraint so that you can already finish and get out of JMC.
And then I would like to call out also One News. No, I think there is a representative of One News here who reported that there is an underground tunnel. Allegedly, no. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you did not, I'm very sorry. No, but it was reported to me that there is that One News, without getting our side again, reported that there is an alleged tunnel from Cathedral to the hangar. And this was aired on TV without getting our side again. So, this afternoon, we will try to request the PNP General. I will not request. Please, I will let One News request the PNP General to give us access to the basement of JMC. And I would like to request politely One News to lead the, the team of media personnel and guide us to this tunnel from Cathedral to hangar so that it can be shown to the people whether or not there is indeed a tunnel from the Cathedral to hangar. No? So in the spirit of fairness and truthfulness, so that we will again be reminded that before reporting out the news, please, again, get the other side of the story so that you can give the people real news, not propaganda. So I would request the representative from One News, no, to request the general to give us access to the underground basement, and if you can lead us, no, or perhaps one personnel also from KOJC, no, but since you reported it, please guide us to this alleged tunnel from Cathedral to Hangar, because I, as a lawyer, I have been a lawyer here for a long time, would like also to know whether or not there is that tunnel, no, as reported by One News.
So would I.
Attorney,
Yes, yes.
it was written by Philippine Star.
Ah,
So we're
but-
also trying to contact for validity or for verification of that.
But why did you report it, ma'am, without getting our
We're
side?
not the ones who created or wrote the report. It was from Philstar. So we're also hoping for a balance when it comes to such an opinion, and we're also trying to reach out on other sources to verify if it's actually true.
Okay, so what we will do now is, please, if you can contact the new general who is apparently a new head in this operation, to give us access to the JMC basement, and perhaps we can go together and find this tunnel from Cathedral to Hangar in the spirit of fairness.
Nagsabi na may kanin. Yung kasama ni Tingaw yun.
Ah, so hindi sila yung angkor. Oo.
Yung Bukabo, siya nagsabi na may kanin from Cathedral to Hangar.
Sige lang. I-confirm natin yan ngayong hapon para malaman ng tao kung meron ba talaga. In the spirit of truthfulness and veracity.
But
And-
in the meantime, first of all, I would like to ask your apologies if we have offended you. We did not mean to offend you.
Sorry, if
But
you felt
because of the
offended,
heat
no?
of the moment, you understand that this is our 6th day. And kami po mga abogado, kulang na po masyado ang tulog namin.
Mirakulo na lang
Sandali
po
lang,
na medyo pogi pa rin kami.
Thank you po.
Pero pwede, yes ma'am,
Problema sa,
yes ma'am.
sa design po about the tunnel and everything, no? You can ask naman the city building office because before this edifice was constructed, you submitted the building plan. So
Kaya nga,
this
nagtaka kami, ma'am, kasi-
You want the building plan instead.
Nagtaka nga kami kasi yung building plan namin, wala namang tunnel.
Can you show us the
Oo.
building plan ba?
We will try to secure that from the authorities of the KOJC. We will try to do that, no?
Because that's a government document that will level them off the ground.
Okay.
But in the meantime, may I just request that in case you have any news, just like Attorney Torion said, I think we can contact each other naman if
Meron na
need be.
tayong group chat.
So may group chat naman kayo, so maybe you can get it there.
Okay.
We're
Tapos,
getting there po. We're getting there.
okay.
Alright. So I thank you also for your forbearance, and hopefully we can make a good working relationship so that whatever you want to know, we can tell you.
Meron naman tayong group
Provided
chat
it's
po.
not
no?
provided it's not sub judice ha. Yung nasa korte and we cannot discuss.
Attorney, so far, since early morning kanina, ano pong mga bagong gamit or equipment na naipasok sa inyo?
Yung metal detector, yung iba kasi hindi talaga pinapakita sa amin eh. Nakita nyo naman sa mga videos na may mga gamit sila. May commotion sandali nung 4 o'clock in the morning. Ayaw nila ipakita sa amin, hindi talaga namin alam. No? Sa JMC basement, wala din kaming access. One last matter na lang, itong deployment ng army, no? Somebody clarified from SMNI as to whether or not it is true, because under our constitution, the armed forces of the Philippines can only be called out in cases of lawless violence, rebellion, no? Nandyan yan sa ating konstitusyon. Ang reply naman ng army is that they are here to assist only in the maintenance of peace and order. Hindi sila kasali po sa arrest warrant. So para lang maklarify, in the spirit of truth and veracity, no? Yun pala. Kinonfirm nila na may army daw. As to hindi ko kasi talaga ma-determine kung army o hindi. May iba siguro naka-civilian, I don't know, no?
That was confirmed that the army sent their troops.
There was a text message.
Colonel Di Maala.
There was a text message sent to me, but it is not it's not of my personal knowledge. It was only forwarded to me, no? And please, if we want really personal knowledge, I hope somebody from us can call Colonel Di Maala to confirm this. No, but I requested the person who forwarded it to me to secure the consent of the AFP if we can inform the people so that there will be no confusion. And allegedly, he granted the request that the people should be informed. And yes.
Do you have an issue with the deployment of army?
As for me, the army can be deployed only, it is within the call-out power of the president if there is lawless violence. The fact that members of the KOJC have faced cases, no? And 29 were already arrested and they are already subject to the jurisdiction of the court, proves that there is no lawless violence. So to our mind, it has no legal basis. But then again, who am I to say that, that it should not be done? No, I am not the President of the Republic of the Philippines. Maybe that's his decision as to whether or not it has basis. That's up to him.
So are you saying, Attorney, na may kumpas, may basbas from the President to deploy the army?
Presumably so, because the army would not move without the instruction from the Commander-in-Chief. So presumably, I can only make an intelligent guess, though it's not based on personal knowledge, that the army is here because there is an instruction from the Commander-in-Chief, and the Commander-in-Chief is the President of the Republic of the Philippines.
Attorney, ilan ba ang members doon sa loob? KOJC?
I have not done an actual count yet, but there is still a number. Still a number. I could not give you an estimate, but there are still a great number of members here inside.
Sir, kailan lang po na mataan yung deployment of forces doon sa Prayer Mountain at saka Glory Mountain?
Kanina, ngayong araw.
The same number of forces deployed here?
Hindi naman ganun kadami. Pero it's already in our group chat.
But was there request from the law enforcers that they will conduct another search into the Glory Mountain and Prayer Mountain?
In the spirit of fairness and truthfulness, dun sila sa mga vicinity. Okay? Hindi naman sila pumasok. Correct, no? Hindi naman sila pumasok, pero nandun sila sa vicinity, nag-inspect po, no? Ewan ko anong ginagawa nila, but there is a show of force in the Prayer Mountain and Glory Mountain.
So, force meaning...
Meaning they are there, they are
Presence or
presence.
show of force?
Presence is a show of force to me.
Naka-cordon yung area?
Hindi naman, pero may mga ano doon, may mga pulis doon. Please, finorward namin doon sa group chat natin. May mga videos po doon, makikita po niyo doon na may mga pulis doon, na mga armado, na nandun po sa vicinity ng Glory Mountain at saka Prayer Mountain.
Attorney, you're expecting another inclusive search into these areas for any time?
I hope not, because I really want to sleep properly, no? Because if they will do that again, does that mean that the heartbeat of Pastor Apollo Sikibuloy was transferred from here to Glory Mountain? That's very far. The only way to justify that is that the heartbeat transferred from one dimension to another dimension.
Sir, another request to me, Pastor Kibuloy, for the President to make a written undertaking na he will not be forced, I will not be turned over to U.S. jurisdiction. Can it actually bind the President po?
Of course, because he is the President of the Republic of the Philippines. I don't know really why the President would not do it, because it's a legitimate request from a citizen of the Republic that, Mr. President, I need your protection. Please protect me. Do not turn me over to another jurisdiction.
But will
Okay?
he be legally bound?
Yes, of course.
Binding ba?
Yes, of course, because he is the President of the Republic of the Philippines and he is here. He is mandated by law, by our Constitution, to protect our territorial sovereignty. So, if you are a citizen of the Republic, you should not be extraordinarily rendered to another jurisdiction without following treaties, without following our laws.
Yung request ba, attorney, verbal o written talaga siya?
Binerbal yun ni Pastor prior to the issuance of the warrants of arrest.
Wala kayong
Walang
written?
written.
Do not know. Do you ever, wala.
I don't think
wala,
so.
Wala. Parang verbal yun eh.
Verbal.
Also sponsor for consideration.
That's up to us if we will use that. But of course, another matter kasi itong criminal cases eh. So, we could not possibly use that. This is for purposes sana for the court to acquire jurisdiction and for his safety also because his life is in danger. Look at the show of force here. It's not only a show of force, it's really a demonstration of force by the mere attempt to arrest him. How much more if he is arrested? So his fear for his life really is legitimate, no? So he simply wants a declaration from the president that he will not be turned over to the U.S. Any citizen can do that. Because it is your right to be protected by the president. We elected him. He is our president, and he's supposed to protect us. So if a citizen requests his protection, sir, can you please not allow me to be turned over to the U.S. because U.S., has to follow the treaty that it signed with the Philippines, that if a citizen of the Republic has cases in the U.S., it should follow extradition process. Extradition, Pastor Apollo Sikibuloy may face that, no? Because that is in accordance with law, that is in accordance with treaty. But to allow your citizen to be kidnapped by another country, that's not allowed.
Sir, pwede ko po elaborate yung statement yung kanina na si Pastor Kibuloy has become the center of political play?
That is my opinion on the matter.
Political play between...
I think you know the answer to that, no? Okay. That is my opinion on the matter because if this is an ordinary case, we would not have this entire hula baloo, no? So it is my opinion. I may be wrong, and I'm willing to be corrected. If you feel that he is not in the center of a political play, if that is not so, why all this? That is my opinion on the matter.
You mean, sir, clash between the Duterte and the...
Perhaps.
What people are saying, this is also a clash between the rich and the poor. The poor people who was warrant of arrest can easily be taken out of their premises, while the rich can use their resources, can evade the arrest. So are we seeing both sides here?
No.
There's an economic divide in this case.
No. Any citizen can actually exercise that right because in Tulyao versus Miranda, an accused really has the right also to question the validity of the warrant as well as the validity of the information via petitions for certiorari. That is actually succumbing to the jurisdiction of the court also. That is available to anyone. The last time I heard Miranda versus Tulyao, the accused there was not a millionaire. He was also a poor person. So therefore, your thesis therefore may not have...
The opinion of the public.
Okay.
You can read it in the... So, second po,
Yes.
if we are going, gano'n naman kayo, you corrected the One News, no, and
Yes.
other media outlets, then people are subscribing and listening to SMNI. No? And you you advised us to be circumspect, to be at least more inquisitive, and verify our sources. How can we verify the sources of your news network? First was the 7 dead, second was the lockdown, the 33 closure. So how can we verify how can we check if your sources are also verified? When you can correct us here, what is the method of the check and balance? No? Kasi sa SMNI lumabas yun eh. Kaya there was this uproar about the lockdown, the 7 death, the airport cancellation of flights, and the power outage, water. Ganun sir, paano ba, in the spirit of fair and balanced journalism, paano ba, how can we work with each other?
I know your point, ma'am. I know your point. We are already trying to
Harmonize.
to harmonize by creating a group chat, and all information are now being relayed to you. That report, I would understand that because on August 24, there was really total confusion.
There was an uproar.
Total confusion because while I was negotiating with General Torre, I think Brill was there, no? And other media personnel was there. And I told him, sir, there's no need to use force. We are willing to cooperate. And I think I did not know that there was somebody who took a video. It was shown on SMNI. But wala pa lumabas yung 10 minutes, nagputok-putokan na doon ng mga, anong tawag dito, mga tear gas. Oo. Akala ng mga taga-SMNI, yung mga nagka-heart attack, namatay. Oo. Nakita niyo naman yung video, maraming nire-revive doon sa cathedral. Oo. So, siguro, sa total confusion at that time because the search was also really unruly. Siguro 28 teams yung pumasok dito, pumasok doon. Hindi ko na alam kung sino ang susundan ko, no? And ang daming nasugatan, ang daming hinimatay. Dami hinimatay nun. 16 ang count ko nung hinimatay. Pag-count ko, akala nila namatay. Hindi na-verify kung buhay ba yun o namatay kasi matagal masyado rin pinaalaw yung ambulansya na pumasok. I had to call the city government. Na papasukin naman yung ambulansya. So it took many times. So there were reports na siguro nagkamali-mali dahil akala ko nga din yung doon sa cathedral patay na yung na-post ko sa Facebook kasi nire-revive talaga yung isa patay nga talaga. Pero kung hindi 7 ang namatay, magpasalamat po tayo kay Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala kasi hindi pala 7, isa lang, no. But is that a justification for the random search that is being conducted in the guise of the implementation of a warrant of arrest? Is the failure of Pastor Apollo Siquiboloy to surrender pursuant to the demand by certain quarters of our society a justification for the trampling of the rights to lives, liberties, and properties also of other persons? Those who have been injured, I think no, because we are still governed by the rule of law, and I do hope and pray that some mind equilibrium of those who are deciding the reins of government, reins of power, would ultimately decide na wala naman talaga si pastor dito, ihinto na po natin ito. Ihinto na po natin.
Wala talaga siya
Related to
dito,
the
sir.
attorney, ang PRO 11 is keeps on telling na Pastor Kibuloy is really inside the compound.
Ewan ko nga kung saan na yun. Doon sila nag-drill sa ilalim ng JMC basement ngayon. Akala ko nandun sa cathedral. Moving ata ang bunker Ngayon lang ako nakakita na ang bunker moving. Kasi una, doon sa my main office namin, doon, may nakita daw na may heartbeat dito mayroon pang police officer na napakayabang. You are a witness. There is a heartbeat here. Ganun siya, sabi niya, heartbeat. Anong apelido nun? You're a witness. Di ba? Heartbeat. Tapos, pagtingin-tingin, nawala pa ng heartbeat. Nawala ang heartbeat. Next na naman ang heartbeat dito sa GMC basement. Pag-open, naku, tubo pala. Tapos, another na po doon, heartbeat na po. Daga pala. Kaya nga, sorry doon sa joke ko. Baka sunod, ok na. So, kung heartbeat, no? Meron pa nga kami, we are waiting, sige lang, no? Na itong siguro nila equipment, no? We will deal with that later.
Are you categorically denying that the pastor is within these confines?
I really do not know where he is and therefore I could not answer your question.
Because
Okay?
you said earlier, wala naman siya dito
De.
Dito is here.
De.
So that's why I made a follow-up po.
Ang aking sinasabi po na kung sigurado sila kung saan si pastor at nandun daw sa bunker, bakit iba-iba po ang location? Ang bunker ba, akala ko konkreto yan, hindi yan nag-move. This is a moving bunker. So, what is legally, anong implication yan? Ang implication yan, they have no probable cause. They are engaged in a fishing expedition. That is not allowed under the law because that would cause grave violations to the right to lives, liberties, and properties of our client. Yung peace of mind nila nasisira na. Grabe na ang violation sa kanilang privacy po. So kung wala kayong probable cause, 6 na araw na ngayon, sa sige ninyo, stethoscope, lahat dito, pati nga kanina, nakita ninyo, pati aming mga imbornal, inopen na, wala talaga siya, pwede ba? Tama na, alis na po kayo.
Sir, can you comment on the statement of General Alva that there's no specific timeline in the police operations inside the KOGC compound? That's what he said during a press conference this morning.
Okay, under Rule 113, there is supposed to be a reasonable implementation of the warrant of arrest. So, I will ask you, 6 days na po, 3,000 troops. The first few days, pati kami ho, nung nag-start dito ng bomba, hindi ako makapasok. Hindi ako makapasok. Until pinadaanan nila ang traffic. That's the only time that we were allowed to come in. 4 po kami na abogado hindi makapasok. Kaya kawawa naman si Attorney Torion, siya lang dito kasama ng mga ibang abogado na nandito na sa loob. So, I will ask you, is that still reasonable? The fact na yung mga ibang miyembro namin, alam mo ninyo, sa daan na natutulog. Miyembro ng Kingdom, sa daan na natutulog, is that still reasonable? Yung pagkain ni Mayor, the other day ba yun, hindi pinapasok. Kasi, hindi daw pwede. Is that still reasonable already? So, sa akin, if you're looking for one man, and you're using 3,000 troops, is that still reasonable?
Attorney, meron daw 29 na KJC numbers sa sinampahan ng kaso ng PNP. So, ano po yung magiging legal na running nyo sa mga members na sinampahan ng kaso?
Okay, there are 29 people that have been filed cases. Lahat po sila lalaki, and they are all undergoing inquest. We are just waiting for the resolution so that we will file bail. Because these are all bailable. Mga kaso po nila, 3 po, 2, 3. So, we are just waiting for the resolution so that we can immediately file bail for them. Right now, they are still under detention. I am not sure if it is in SATSA or in Camp Katitipan.
Ano
So,
yung mga
gagawin
kaso?
din ng attorney, may students doon.
Yes po. Yes, po.
Meron.
Yes.
Yan ang hindi ko lang ma-verify.
We have to verify kasi nga ho, nagmamadali sila nag-file. So kami po, we have waived our right to a preliminary investigation in the interest na ma-bail na sila lahat. So we are just again waiting.
Ano yung specific kaso, attorney?
They filed cases for
Obstruction of justice.
obstruction, PD 1829, Presidential Decree 1829, Article 151, which is resistance and disobedience to a person in authority, and Batas Pambansa 880, the Public Assembly Act of 1985.
Attorney, may mga during training kapulisan may mga sira.
That is really the interest now of KOJC kasi hindi kami makapasok. Hindi ko alam bakit hindi kami binibigyan ng access kasi doon sa Rito Bamparo, no? Any and all blockades, maski nga sa limited reading ni General Torre, I call it limited reading kasi doon lang siya sa second portion ng wherefore portion, no? Dapat lahat ng barricades, blockades dapat tanggal, no? Pero ang purpose talaga ng TPO is to remove all restrictions and control. Kaya nga sabi, ang reading ko doon, dapat alis na kayo, no? Kaya nga any act or omission pinagbawalan, cease and desist, pero ayaw niya eh. Pero yung patuloy pa rin yung blockade ngayon, pati doon sa GMC po basement. So, hindi namin ma-confirm kung anong extent na yung nasira nila. Ang ma-confirm namin yung sira sa cathedral kasi yung mga carpets na napakaganda, no? Tinanggal nila, no, without due regard as to the sacredness of the place and the integrity of the carpets, no? Yun, nasira na. Tapos iniiba-iba yung alala ko ba, dito may heartbeat, kailangan ma-open ito. Nag-request si Attorney Eunice na baka po pwede kunin mo na yung aming engineer kay baka masira yan kasi aircon eh. So, pinatanggal talaga yung aircon kasi may heartbeat daw sa likod. Pag plug lang pala.
Kanina umaga, attorney, may pinasok ko na lupa.
O kaya nga, pina-open sana namin yon. Reasonable naman yung request sana namin kasi yung magpasok ka ng mga bagay dito sa private property, yung may-ari, sana in the spirit of transparency, may karapatan na tingnan yun. Pati yun, hindi ipatingin pinupuslit Bakit? Ano bang tinatago nila? What if bomba yun? Bomba, tapos i-detonate na lang natin dito, di ba? So kaya nga, nagkadahol-dahol kung ano na ang report dito, kay hindi rin transparent yung mga pulis. Note that this is a private property. You are entering a private property, then you should be transparent.
For instance, attorney, kung magpaputok sila ng bomba, may fees ba ang against ating kapulisan?
Of course. Of course, oo. Daming kaso po yan na pwede talaga naming ma-file. In the first place, yung pag-drilling kasi, nagpadala na kami ng sulat doon sa city government na ipa-cease and desist yan kasi in accordance with PD 1096 po, National Building Code, kung mag-alter ka or kasi isang structure that would affect the structural stability and integrity of a building, that requires the consent or permit from the city engineer's office. Wala nga silang permit undergoing ngayon, naririnig lang namin, hindi kasi kami pinapapasok. So kaya nga, itry namin ngayon na kuha tayo ng kanilang ironic, no? Amin ang sa KOJC ang may-ari ng lugar, kukuha pa kami ng permiso sa mga pulis para makapasok kami sa sarili na lugar ng KOJC. So gagawin po namin yan.
Attorney, I just want to clarify with regards the warrant of arrest. May batas ba tayo na kasi ang sabi ng PNP is no limitation.
No limitation nga. Pero note na na-serve na yan nga ng NBI. Di ba? Nandito naman yung NBI, nag-issue na ng certification, no? Presumably may return na yung NBI. So dapat sana kung gusto nila i-serve, naghingi na naman sila ng another alias warrant para i-justify nila doon sa korte. Hindi talaga namin nakita. Pero hindi nila ginawa. Sige lang.
Hindi ba nakatakip na mukha ng mga lalaki na intercept? Ano yun? Anong background yun?
Yung mga nakatakip na mukha, hindi ata mga pulis I don't know ano na naman ang justification nila na bakit yung mga unidentified persons na pinapasok nila dito sa loob. Sana yun, in the spirit of transparency, nagpaalam muna sila sa amin kung sino itong mga tao na ito para naman malaman namin kung sino ito, no? Because again, that is a threat to the lives, liberties, or properties of our client.
And also, if they are not policemen, then why are they included in this operation?
Attorney, tanong ko lang po, yung pong mga nakita po sa video na mga police na naka-flag na Amerikano, nagbigay na po bang pahayag si General Torre at ang sa region?
Wala talaga silang declaration doon Bakit yung ako personally may nakita ako nung first day na may patches dito. Yung pagpasok talaga dito, no? Grabe kagulo, no? May nakita ako pagpasok doon sa main gate tsaka dito sa may likod ng Bible School, no? At least 3 yung nakita ko na may patches. Wala silang declaration kung bakit na-allow yun. Tsaka wala rin akong declaration doon, wala akong narinig na may declaration sila kung nagbigay na ba sila at least ng abuloy doon sa mga namatay, doon sa mga na-heart attack at saka mga nasugatan, no? Sana bigay din sila ng abuloy din.
Would you welcome?
Of course, of course, of
If
course.
the PNP or the government shall
Of course, oo.
give you the like, it's a
At
gift,
least
no?
man lang parang recognition kasi yan na pasensya na kayo, nagkamali pala kami, wala pala si pastor dito, pwede pa kaming tumulong. Sino naman kami mag-refuse?
As long as it's heartily given.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Coach Oli.
Habang iniimbestigahan to at marami pang pulis dito, can we professionally address Pastor Tibuloy as fugitive?
Hindi po, ilang beses na po yan namin na-explain. Ngayon si Attorney Dayna na naman ipa-explain ko yan. Ilang beses ko na yan na-explain po.
A fugitive is someone who has been convicted and who escapes from and who does not want to be caught so that he will serve his sentence. Hindi naman po ganun si Pastor. As of now, he is still innocent until proven guilty. So because of that, he is not a fugitive. So pati yung sinasabi ng Amerika na fugitive siya, hindi ho yung totoo. Bakit? Hindi pa naman siya na-extradite. The process is, before you can even be extradited, you have to face your cases here before the Philippines will give you there. And then once the cases are finished, the extradition can start. Once he is extradited, then saka siguro siya matawag na under the jurisdiction. But right now, hindi ho siya fugitive because the process of extradition has not even started. And with respect to Philippine courts, he has not even been convicted. The case has not even started.
Tapos may pala ako sa ating mga kaibigan kung sino man itong nagko-clone ng aking cellphone. Alam nyo, halos hindi ko na magamit. Ito, dami mga text messages, lahat mga numbers lang, no? Every 20 second, mayroong bagong number, nagtitext sa akin. Yung iba, nakakataba ng puso kasi gwapo daw ako. Yung iba naman, peste. Yung iba, mga ganon, no? Boss, yung sino boss, may karma pa naman, boss, no? Baka gagawin din dito sa iyo. Wag naman masyado, boss. Oh, alam ko kung sinong mga may capacity nito, may capability. Alam ko naman na may pamilya din kayo, no? At saka ang buhay po ay weather lang. Wag naman masyado, boss. Oh, wag naman masyado, ha? Yan, request ko lang sa inyo. Alam niyo kung sino kayo.
Attorney, kahapon, yesterday, after na nag-message ka kay General Torre, yung bomb threat, until now, attorney, wala pa rin po ba communication?
Wala pa rin, no? I don't know the dynamics of the PNP, but as what I saw a while ago, somebody else is already conducting the press conference. I do not want to speculate, so I will just accept it as what it is. There's no response yet to my query to him.
Attorney, update lang sa application.
There is already a clarificatory order, no? Ang importante doon, minintain ng korte ng Davao na hindi niya inatras yung kanyang temporary protection order. At ang sabi po doon, a TPO can practically coexist with a warrant of arrest, but the requirement of reasonableness should be there. And that accordingly, any and all actions that are should require judicial imprimatur. Katulad nung sinabi ko sa inyo, using stethoscope, pardon the word, no, para lang maintindihan ng mga tao, kasi para talagang stethoscope, ganun-ganun, no, they are using that on the ground, no, and yung mga heartbeats daw na is a new matter, no, and which we feel is not already covered by the authority of the warrant of arrest. This is already an intrusive search, okay? And therefore, if you have to do that, you have to convince the court of the necessity and the reasonableness of using such equipments to bother or to interfere with the rights of property of the owners of KOJC compound. So yun ang
Who is
sa amin.
not Pastor Kibuloy?
Yun po. Oo.
Attorney,
Yes po.
doon yung warrant of arrest na pinasyan nila sa atin dito is address sa Pasig.
Opo.
At itong po yung hinahanap nila doon. Andun po ba yung pangalan ni Pastor Chipulo?
Wala nga eh.
At yung po bang address doon sa Pasig ay na-search na po nila?
Yun nga ang problema eh. Kasi when I had an interaction, no, it was a very tense interaction because at that time, the situation really was very tense and I'm just a human being, a bit scary, no? Kasi ang dami talaga nila. Tapos may dala silang LRAD na nakakabingi, di ba?
Hanggang ngayon, nandyan pa yung LRAD.
Yung
Nandyan sa harap.
pag may mga taped, announcement, no? Siguro sa excitement ni General Torre, ang first kasi nag-request ako sa kanya na, sir, there's no need to use force. I used the megaphone, no need to use force. We are willing to cooperate with you. We are willing to cooperate with you. Please talk to us, no? It took him around 10 minutes before he decided to face me. And then when he faced me, my first question, sir, why are you here po? No, in a very polite manner. Because there is a warrant. Pwede ko pa makita ang warrant. Ang napakita niya na warrant sa akin, isa lang. Kay Sylvia Simanes, Pasig. So lahat yan, doon yun ang legal authority niya. Ang una nga, wala siyang mapakita eh. Umalis muna siya, tapos bumalik, nagpakita ng isang warrant lang. So yun ang nagiging authority niya. Warrant of arrest as against Sylvia Simanes, based in Pasig. Tanungin natin siya, na-search na ba nila yung Pasig? Hindi nga eh. Oo. Kasi hindi nga yan authority to trample upon the rights of the KOJC members in Davao City. Kung yun ang kanyang basis. Kasi sabi niya, attorney, meron naman dyan elsewhere. Yung elsewhere po, kung saan physically makita ang akusado. Kung nakita mo sa Palawan, maski address niya sa Pasig, pwede mo siya dakpin. Pero hindi yun authority na taga-Pasig siya at hanapin mo siya dito sa Davao. Especially na wala kang probable cause. Mali po yun.
Attorney, how well po ang negotiations niyo sa PNP ngayon, knowing na kaninang press con sinabi ng PNP na parang may little resistance from the PNJC?
Pinakita niyo bang little resistance? Yan talagang propaganda nila. Wala po kaming resistance. No? Nag-resist lang sila nung sila nung mga transyon. Sino ba hindi mag-resist? Self-preservation yun. But when they entered here, we already declared we are willing to cooperate. But they threw tear gas as against the members. Oh. So, total confusion, total mali. Kaya nga, may mali yung report at first. 7 ang namatay kasi ang daming nakuyapan. 16. Kala namin patay talaga. Oo. So, kaya nga, sana let's stop all this. No?
And if there was resistance, I think there would have been an even greater number of KOJC members who might have suffered physical injuries. We are thankful that it is only this number that have suffered physical injuries. Because otherwise, kung may resistance ho, sana ho, hindi sila nakakatulog dyan. Sa gabi, nakakatulog sila dyan sa grounds. Hindi naman ho sila inaano ng mga members.
Tapos yung sana mapaabot niyo po sa presidente. Imagine, nung na-interview ang presidente, wala daw armas. Oo. So, nakita niyo naman siguro, day 1 up to day 4, day 5, no? Grabe ang mga armas nila dito. Sana ipaabot niyo sa presidente. Tsaka wala daw tear gas. Naku, may mga videos clearly showing na may tear gas po. Kaya ipaalam niyo sa presidente, Sir, masyado pong sip-sip siguro yung nag-report po sa inyo. Hindi po tama po yung mga report na nakarating sa inyo. So, please, if you have to intervene, no, even for humanitarian assistance na lang po, ipastop na po ninyo po. Kasi mission failure po. Mission failure. Okay, salamat ha. Salamat po. Thank you. Thank you.